Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. My name is Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm an intuitive reader and I've got a message today for the water signs. This is for Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. This is quite a bit different than the other readings and the readings I usually do. I'm not getting, it's hard to describe. It's like I'm not getting the scenario in my head, like, you know, this is about a boyfriend or this is blah, 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 blah. This is about a whatever, or a job. It's more like this is a message, just a reminder for you. So, but at the same time, it's really big and it's really awesome. So stick with me and let's see if it talks to you. So the energy around you this week is the Three of Pentacles. This is kind of same old, back to the grind. Everything just kind of going the way it usually goes. It's kind of that boring feeling, like you're stuck in a routine. However, you're feeling like the Seven of Pentacles. And so even on the earth plane, even in your mundane reality, you're starting to look a different place. You're starting to look more mystically. Seven is a mystical number, and I bring that up because there's other cards that talk about that later. But you're starting to look at things saying, you know, is this really the same old routine I want anymore? Or am I ready for a change? Is it time for something new? And you've got that long vision that's starting to wake up, and you're starting to say, is this really the way I want my life to go? So they had me draw a lot of cards, which is interesting. We've got the Knight of Pentacles going into the Six of Swords, meeting the Hermit. And then we've got the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups on the other side. So I'm actually going to put them like this. I need another hand. Better evolve pretty fast and get a third hand, right? So what we're talking at the pinnacle of this, meeting all of this, supporting this cup stuff on the other side, and then meeting this on that side, we've got the Hermit. And the Hermit is that shining light of your intuition, of higher learning, of higher knowledge. And for some of you, this is a specific person indicating a teacher, a spiritual teacher. And you're on the physical level, like we were talking about. You're in your pentacles. This is on the 3D, in the earth. And you're thinking about, okay, you know, this is happening in my routine. Is this really what I want anymore? But you're thinking only on this level. There's no emotional thought going on here. There's no spiritual thought. And what's going on this side is that we start to bring the spiritual and the earthly together. And this is through, this teacher is providing you the path for that synthesis. So, so much information for you. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles going into the Six of Swords, and this means to me that you're doing some major healing on the physical front. Pentacles are often earth, which represents healing, and the Seven of Swords especially is a card, Six of Swords is a card of healing. And the Pentacles indicates that this healing has been taken a long time, but this is a sure healing, that you really are going to feel much more whole and much better in your body because of this process that's going on. And this is the card that meets the Hermit. Now on the other side of the Hermit, we have the Ace of Cups and we have the Knight of Cups. And this is a huge jump from this to this. This is like the start of a relationship, or the beginning of your heart starting to open to that self-love, starting to open to just kind of feeling a little bit warm and fuzzy about someone or something. But in this case, we really are talking about yourself, because here we've got healing on the physical level, but here we've got healing on the mental, psychic, spiritual level, because that self-love immediately flows into the Knight of Cups, which is a person with deep psychic abilities, or growing psychic abilities, but it also has to do with chasing after your heart's desires through your heart. So what the heart has been desiring so much right now is healing, lifting out of that mundane, same old, being stuck in the same things you're usually stuck in. And the beginning, the self-love, the heart starting to open, and all of a sudden it rushes to this Knight of Pentacles. We have that idealism about love, idealism about the heart's desire, but it flows into the teacher. And so what this is talking about is, I know I said for some of you this represents a teacher, and it does, but it also represents the idea that your heart is your teacher. And I know that sounds super trite, but It really is. There's so much depth in our heart. There's so much wisdom in there that we don't really tap into, because we think, oh, heart is like, I feel good or I feel bad, or my heart tells me to go collect butterflies, or, you know, we don't really think deeply into what our heart is and what our heart can show us. And so what they're saying is the key to this earthly healing and the key to your spiritual healing is to be guided and taught through your heart. And for some of you, this spiritual teacher that is outside of you is someone who can tap into that heart energy and pull it right up through your crown, so that you've got your heart and your crown all in one, what do you call it? All in one axis, all in one pole. What I love about the heart chakra is that it's the synthesis of the lower chakras with the upper chakras. It's the place, it's kind of like where two oceans meet and it swirls around. So you have the bottom chakras that are about preservation of the self. You have the upper chakras that are about connection to the bigger world, to the divine. But your heart is your personal connection to all of that. And so this is really what they're saying. If you want a passage out of your mundane world, it has nothing to do with leaving your mundane world. It has to do with opening yourself up to the healing that happens when you use your heart to bring these two poles, these two centers of energy right together in this swirling kind of synergy. So, I mean, this is super exciting stuff for you, and I really hope that it's touching the right person deeply, because this is a message you've been longing to hear for a long time. That was a little bit redundant, wasn't it? Longing for a long time. So, but it really is very exciting, because it's talking about a total healing, a mind, body, spirit healing, but all through that same mechanism of the heart being your guiding light, being your teacher. So please like, comment, subscribe, and I always love to hear from you. So feel free to shoot me a comment or email if you want to get in touch. I wanted to mention that I'm offering now 15-minute readings. I didn't used to do this before, but if you just want to kind of get your feet wet and try it out and see if this is maybe something you want to, I don't know, invest deeper more, just, you know, maybe just you're feeling curious and you want to try it once. I do readings remotely over Zoom and Skype. So please check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com, and see if anything resonates with you. But until next week, have a great one.